person, think about, okay, when you see the word 666, who do people think who do people normally think that that's Salakia? Who do people normally think that's referring to?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Would that be Satan, the devil?
Right. People think that it's talking about Satan. That's who people think that the beast is, Satan. They see 666, oh, you are the devil. That's the Satan. You Satan. You understand? But this right here, it said what? Read that from the top again.
Here's the wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast.
Stop right there.
For it is the number of a man.
It says, here is wisdom. You understand? Notice that it started off by saying, here is wisdom. Like, you think you know what you're talking about, but here is wisdom. And then it also goes in, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. Meaning, if you have understanding, understand this. You know what I mean? If you have any type of right sense of your mind, we're going to count the number of the beast. A lot of people don't have that sense. They don't have the understanding. So they think that the 666 is talking about Satan. Keep start from where it said that. Count the number of the beast. Start right after that.
For it is the number of a man, and his number is 636.
Right, and it said this is the number of who?
Of a man.
Number of Satan.
A man.
Number of a demon.
Number of a man.
This is a number of a man. You understand? 666 is not talking about Satan. It's talking about a number of a man. Keep going.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
If I could you precept that with Isaiah 14 and 12, where it says, "Is this the man that caused the earth to tremble, how that fallen from heaven?"
Yes, you could definitely precept it with that, because what do people think that verse is talking about? Like when people. Oh, go ahead.
A monster or something like that.
They think it's talking about Satan. You understand what it's? Because it says Lucifer. It says, "Oh Lucifer, how art thou cast down?" They see Lucifer, they think it's talking about the devil. But then it goes to verse 12, and it says, "Is this the man?" You understand? To show people that they don't know what the hell they're talking about when they think that it's Satan or somebody in the ground with a pitchfork, as if he's the one that's causing all this wickedness to go on. Satan is following orders. But they use these verses to try to show you, oh look, this is Satan. He's against God. When that's not Satan, it's talking about a man. Is this the man? This is the number of a man. Satan is not a man. Salakia, Satan is not a man. He's an angel, right? So why is it saying man? Because it's not talking about Satan, the angel. You understand? It's talking about the white man. You understand? But yeah, you could precept for that. Somebody online said, "I want that smoke." I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'm just going ahead and ignore you. You understand? You don't. I.S.U.P.K. is the home of the truth. I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General Yahanna is the home of the truth. If you are not in the I.S.U.P.K., you are not in the truth. And we do not affiliate with any other Hebrew Israelite group out there. If it's not from Commander General Yahanna and I.S.U.P.K., it is not of the Lord.
That's right.
But keep going on that.
For it is the number of a man, and his number is 636.
Right. It's the number of man, and the number is 636, meaning 666. Now, what is this talking about? We understand it's a man, but what does it mean by 666?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Is it talking about
Right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All the Illuminati nonsense, mumbo jumbo. I'm not saying it don't exist. Maybe they do got some secret type of society where they like to, you know what I mean, do homosexual things and, you know what I mean, everything the white man love to do. They probably do. You know what I mean? I don't care about it. But more specifically, it's talking about, like you said, 666 men that rule this earth at this point. They got a specific number of white people who rule the earth right now and is in powership over the whole earth, and it's 666. What's a precept for this? Now this will be a hard one. It's kind of hard, but I would be impressed if you get this one. What's a precept for this? If you was paying attention to class, you might know it. What's a precept? The white man got 666 people ruling this earth right now. How we know it's talking about 666 people that's ruling the earth? What's a precept?
Sir.
Go ahead.
Is it something? Is it a verse that we read in class tonight?
It could be. We might have not read it. We might have. You said what?
The mark in the forehead,
No, that wouldn't be a precept. It's something. Go ahead.
This be the flip side of the precept going talking about the 144 in rulership.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. Hey, the water for that, man. I see you paying attention. That's exactly what I'm looking for. You understand? The precept would be the 144,000 when Christ returned. That's going to be in rulership. Our number is going to be 144. Just like the white man is 666, our number will be 144,000. That will be the precept to show you that this 666 is not talking about no damn red devil or no red Satan in the earth with a pitchfork. You know what I mean? It's talking about the men that's in rulership. Just like when it say 144,000, it's talking about the rulership of Yahushua and the ones that serving Yahushua in his kingdom. You understand? The water for that. That was a great precept. That's exactly what I was looking for. Very impressed by that. You understand? But that's exactly what be the precept for this. Now, before I go back to Revelation 20, anybody got any questions on the mark of the beast? I done damn near went through the whole thing, and I'm pretty sure I nipped it in the bud to where now you know the mark of the beast is Christianity. Shortly, you can just say Christianity. Go ahead.
Hey, most time crime, the water for that breakdown, that was heavy, like the way you just brought it down and then broke it down and then you was precept of the 144. That you made me totally understand. Like I grasped it, you know what I'm saying? But you just broke it down, you know what I'm saying? To where I understand it fully. The water for that, sir.
Yeah, ain't no sweat. Most High in Christ. You understand? That's what class is for. You understand? But you know what I mean? I'm just making sure anybody got any questions on this, any questions or comments that you got on this, because you know what I mean, you should have these precepts now to show, you know what I mean, once you become an officer, to know what is the mark of the beast and to be able to prove it. No questions. All right, Most High in Christ. We're going to go back to Revelations, the 20th chapter. Give me back to Revelations, the 20th chapter. Start at verse 4. Read verse 4 again for me.
Verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and the judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither have received his mark upon his forehead or in their hand, and they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years.
Right, so we know that this is the ones that didn't serve the beast, that decided to get out of the damn Christian church and come into the I.S.U.P.K. The ones that didn't serve the white man, didn't believe in the white man, and believed in the truth. You understand? The ones that got killed, beheaded for serving Christ. You understand? Like, you gotta understand that there's Christians out there that say they love God, but if they was put on a stake, like, you understand, oh, if say you love God or say you don't, and if you do say you love him, I'll kill you. They will immediately reject God and say, I don't love him. And you know why they'll do that? Because they think that the next day, after they just resented God and rejected God, they think the next day that they'll be able to get on their knees and say, I'm sorry, Jesus. They'll confess their sins and think that they'll repent from it. But anytime they get actually pressured, they will fold under pressure. That will show that they don't love God, that they love their life more. But you in the ISUPK, you better damn die for this truth, man. You understand? There ain't no. If you get put in a situation, you say Barakatah Yahweh shot for my death. Thank you. I'm gonna die for the Lord. You understand? That's how you're supposed to be. And these are the people who did die for the Lord. You understand? Somebody said something?
That's right.
Yeah, ain't no sweat. Right, damn right. You understand? You willing to lay down your life for this truth. You won't drop your sword, man. You won't be no coward and get pressure, put under the pressure. You understand? And just drop your sword. Or I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go join another group that ain't so hard. You understand? That's a bunch of nonsense. But give me the next verse.
Revelation 20, verse 5. But the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection.
Right, it said, but the rest of the dead, who's the rest of the dead?
That's logic, sir.
Go ahead.
Could it be the Israelites that wasn't in the truth?
That's true. That's right. More specific. I said it to open up the class. I damn near gave it away. We know. Okay, give me 1 second. We know in the 4th chapter. I'm about to give it away. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but I'm damn near about to give it away. In the fourth verse, the ones that sat on the thrones, that's the 144 and the 1/3. That was you know what I mean, giving mercy and didn't get to go through this. So the other ones would be, the rest of the dead would be who? Who would the rest of the dead be?
Israel. It was we read earlier. I get the verse number. I got it written down for it.
Yeah, but give me like a number, or like a, you know what I mean? Give me a number. Go ahead.
It's the 2/3.
Right, it'll be the 2/3. The rest of the dead. You understand? This is where it's talking. This is where it's gonna hit the second death. You understand? Because the first death was the ones that followed Christ. And in resurrection, just like it said, in reincarnation, they'll be sitting on thrones, ruling with Christ. Now we're starting to get into the second death. You understand? And it says right here, and the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years. So the rest of the dead is the 2/3. Now what does it mean for them to not live again until the 1,000 years? Right, I see you online, Jimmy. That's correct. 2/3. What does it mean to not live again until the 1,000 years?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Would that be those people would not live again until the white man is in rulership?
Nah, you going over the previous 1,000 years. That was the previous 1,000 years. This is a new 1,000 years now.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
It'll be their return when the righteous rulership is on earth, and they won't have no choice but to follow righteous rulership.
Will they return while, when, or after? Because it say after the 1,000 years.
After the righteous rulership begins is when they will return.
You want to it not quite. I want to be a little bit more specific on it. This goes back into what we started off with, Romans 11:26, where it says, "And all Israel shall be saved." You understand? Now we know the 2/3 is going to die, but it says all Israel shall be saved. So now, what does it mean right here? Go ahead.
Could it be like live not in a literal sense, but like do it mean like live like they're not gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, as royal as they should be, as you know what I'm saying, they judgment when they under
No, that's true. What you're saying is true, but it is talking about live like physically. Go ahead.
We're talking about reincarnation again.
Yeah, we are talking about reincarnation, but when will they be reincarnated then?
After Christ returns.
For?
Say again?
They won't be here right after Christ's return. Like, read the verse. They're not going to be here right after Christ's return.
Oh, Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Well, it'd be like, okay, because I'm looking down in the verse below, like, and I'm looking down in a couple verses below. Is it like when after Satan be released back into the earth, and you know,
hey, that's crazy. I'm about to stop it right there. That's a little bit of Christianity right there, man. Satan being, this ain't to talk about Satan. This talk about the white man, but nah, that's not. It's a little bit Christian right there, man. It's lucky. But nah, it's go ahead.
All right, so the 1,000 years is when it's going to be after we're back in rulership, total rulership under Yahushua here on the earth, and it'll be 1,000 years after that.
That's exactly what it's talking about. You understand? Christ is going to come back in the first resurrection. The ones that was following him, the 144,000 and the 1/3, is going to be the ones that are here during that 1,000 years of Christ's rulership. We're going to be a part of building his kingdom back up. You understand? We're going to be a part of building this kingdom up. Now, are we going to be physically building? No, the heathens are going to be doing that. But we're going to be the rulership set over to get everything in order. And after that 1,000 years, which I've done said previously, it's not literally 1,000 years, but it just shows a long period of time. After that long period of time, the 2/3 is going to be reincarnated into the kingdom. And like Kevian said, they're not going to have your position. You know what I mean? They didn't serve Christ. They're not going to have a crown on their head. Now, who knows? Maybe they will. It's all up to the Christ. It's all up to Christ. You understand? Maybe some of them might. But for the most part, they're not going to have your type of rulership that you have because you serve the Lord now. They didn't want to serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And they ended up dying for it. Now they will be reincarnated after the 1,000 years of rulership when Christ returned back. You understand? Which means at that point all Israel will be saved. Because even when they be born here, they're still going to be an Israelite. And so there's still stuff that they entitled to. You know how you have white privilege? They still going to have Israelite privilege. You know what I mean? They still going to be able to prosper, be wealthy, be nice off, you know what I mean? Some of them be rich, but they're not going to be the damn king over that area. You know what I mean? They're not going to be the one with the crown over that area. You know what I mean? Lord willing, that's why I say to make sure your elect is sure. Lord willing, you going to be the king over that area. And they might just be a rich person in your land. But they will be reincarnated in the earth. You understand? So all the ones that die, that means, you know what I mean? It gave me a little light knowing this because all the people, all my family that not in the truth, you know what I mean? All my friends that's not in the truth, you know what I mean? I can't help them now. They don't want to be in the truth, but eventually they'll be reincarnated in the truth where they got to follow it, and they'll be, you know what I mean? They won't be living the life that they're living now. You understand? That's what it's saying. Read that from the top again.
All right, thanks. Revelation 20, verse 5. But the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection.
Right, you understand? That's the first resurrection. You understand? That's what it's talking about. Read the next verse.
20, verse 6. Blessed and holy is he that has part in the first resurrection.
Stop right there. So it said, blessed and holy is he that partake in the first resurrection. So now what is this first resurrection? Salakia, what is this first resurrection talking about? Go ahead.
He's talking about those that are in their lifetime before Christ returns, those that actually drop their customs and ways and start following him in truth.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't. Anybody else want to answer?
Like you, sir.
Go ahead.
Did you not just read it?
You said what?
The 144,000 in the 1/3.
Anybody else want to answer?
That's lucky, sir.
Go ahead.
It could be like here on this earth, you said that your old person can become a man of the Lord, and get in the truth, and get your Hebrew name.
Anybody else want to answer? Nobody else want to take a shot?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Verse 6 is talking about those that got it right the first time.
Anybody else want to answer? What is this first resurrection that is talking about? Blessed and holy are he that have part in the first resurrection. This first resurrection is different from the one that we read in the previous chapter. Anybody know what this first resurrection is? And blessed and holy is he that take part in it? Go ahead.
That be Yahushua?
You said what?
Would that be Yahushua's death and resurrection?
I want to get somebody who haven't answered before. Anybody who haven't answered before? Or haven't answered this question before? You want to take a chance? Going once, going twice. Y'all all was correct. Y'all all was right. Like y'all all was right. This is the ones that are reborn now. You understand? The ones that come into I.S.U.P.K, shed themselves of the world, and they become a prophet of the Lord. You understand? That's exactly correct. Y'all all was correct. Y'all all was absolutely right. That was the answer that I was looking for from each one of y'all. You understand? That's the ones that are blessed because they took part in the first resurrection. You understand? This is not talking about a physical death right here. This is talking about a spiritual death, of putting that old man away and becoming a new person. You understand? So you blessed and holy if you become a part of putting that old man away and putting on a new spirit and following the Lord in this lifetime while you're alive. Not a physical death, but a spiritual death. That's exactly correct. Keep going on the verse. As a matter of fact, hold on, Salakia. What's a precept for this? Somebody give me a precept for that. Go ahead.
Matthew 10:39, Matthew 10, verse 39, he that find his life shall lose it, and he that loses his life for my sake shall find it.
That's a good precept. That's not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for a different type of one. There's a lot of precepts out there for this too, by the way. John 3:3 is the one I'm looking for, where Christ is talking to Nicodemus, and he said, "Verily I say unto you, unless ye be born again, ye cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven." You understand? You can't enter into the kingdom of heaven unless you're born again. And that born again, that resurrection is taking place on earth while you're alive. Getting yourself right now while you have the time, while you have grace. That's that resurrection that it's talking about. Go ahead.
With Revelation chapter 2, verse 11, be a good precept for that as well.
Read it.
This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 11. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death.
That's a perfect precept for it. That's an absolutely perfect precept. And you damn near done gave away what I was about to get into next. But that's a perfect precept, man. I gotta give you a hand for that one. That's a perfect precept. Go read. Keep reading on the where we was at in Revelations 20.
On such, the second death hath no power.
What is that talking about?
They shall be
Hold on, stop right there. What is that talking about? It says, "On such the second death have no power."
Like you, sir.
Go ahead.
Referring to those who have
There's a lot of feedback. I think it's a lot of feedback coming from your mic. I don't know if you got something on in the background or something like that. There's a lot of feedback coming on from your side of the end.
I don't know if that was me. I pushed mute as soon as I heard it and it kept going. So like it.
All right, it might be somebody else. Go ahead.
All right, so when it says no power for those in the second death, our second resurrection, Slakia, is those that did not come in the truth prior to Yahushua coming back. It means they won't have any power, no rulership, other than being Israelites.
That's not what it's talking about right here. Anybody else want to try to take a chance? It says on such the second death. It says on such the second death have no power. That's a good observation. That's a good answer. Don't get me wrong. You understand? That's a good answer, but that's not necessarily the context of what this is talking about. Keep going. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, the second death having no power, I would assume is saying that because you did right the first time and you kept the laws, statutes, and commandments of God, you don't have to worry about the punishment because you did the right thing.
And what's the punishment?
Yeah.
And okay, because a lot of times you'll see, you're right, you onto it, but a lot of times people will say the wages of sin is death. You understand? And Christians will think, oh, you know what I mean, like cancer, this, that, and the third. But what is this one talking about? What is this death? Come on, what do we always teach?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
You won't be dead to the knowledge. You won't be the dry bones.
No, you going a little
in the Old Testament.
You going a little bit away from it. You was on to it when you first said. Now you're getting a little colder. You're going away from it. What is the death?
You're not following the truth.
You said, okay, nah, you're going away from a little bit. You gotta stay on where you was on. You was on to it. You understand? On such the second death have no power. What is the second death? You said the second death is, you know what I mean, the people not following will be put to death. So what is that? What, like, I'm trying to paint a picture so you can visualize it. Anybody want to take a shot? What is the second death? Go ahead.
No, that second death, would that be the one when Christ started come back and killed the people who was not following the law, statutes, and commandments?
Anybody else want to take a chance? Anybody else want to give it a shot?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Would the second death be the lake of fire?
What is the lake of fire?
It's a condition. It's the condition like what we in right now. Yeah, basically living
You
like
just
paupers.
well, you kind of just said you kind of just a little bit contradict yourself. You said it's a death, but then they living, so it can't be that.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
The Third World War.
Right, you and the cause was correct, man. That's why I'm trying to get y'all to paint the picture. The second death is nuclear warfare. The second death is when Christ cracked the sky open, he come back and he killed all the ones that was not following him. That's the second death. You gotta think about angels coming and just ripping you into pieces, man. You are blessed and holy if you don't gotta take part in that. You understand? Those ones that gotta take part in that, after the 1,000 years, they'll be reincarnated back into the, you know what I mean? Back into the nation in the truth. You understand? With Israelite privilege. But they had to partake in nuclear warfare. They seen the bombs coming up and knew it was just over. You know what I mean? They seen the bombs coming up and was trying to run to I.S.U.P.K, but it was too late. And that was their judgment. They had to take part in that. They had to, you know what I mean? It goes to Zechariah, where the eyes burn in their socket, the tongue burn in your mouth. You got to take part in that because you decided you didn't want to serve the Lord now. You thought you had time. You thought you had time, you understand? That would be the second death, man. You understand? And that's something that you don't want to partake in. That's like you got a lot of Christians saying, I can't wait till Jesus come back. Jesus this, Jesus that, Jesus the rapture, da-da-da-da-da. But it's saying in the Bible, you know what I mean? To what end is it, the water? It says in the Bible, you understand, that the day of the Lord is dark and not light. To what end is it for you that asks for the day of the Lord? Don't you know that the day of the Lord is dark and not light? Like, the Lord telling you don't want the day of the Lord to come. You a Christian, you do not want the day of the Lord to come. That's the worst thing that can happen to you. Like, it's better to get shot in the street by the cops than to get killed by the Lord himself. I'm just going to be real with you. It sounds kind of, that's just the truth. You know what I mean? Nuclear warfare, like ask Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Burning away, just melting away, your body turning to ash. Angels coming and ripping you up in pieces. Oh yeah, him. You don't want that to happen to you. So you are blessed and holy if you don't got to partake in that because you follow the Lord now. When this is going on, the Lord took you up in his chariots, and now you just in the chariots looking down at destruction, and you're not even happy. Yet if you were real, if you in the truth for real, you got a kind of joy because you know you made it, but you looking at all the things that's happening to your people. The other nations, you're going to be happy with it. You know what I mean? But you're going to see what's happening to your people too. And that's not going to make you happy. That's not something that you're going to be like, yeah, kill the 2/3. That's the other groups. Yeah, the 2/3 didn't listen to me when I was on the street. Kill them. That's the other groups, man. That's going to be something sad to see. Like, just destruction to where you just, wow. Like, you know what I mean? You damn near can't even be excited because you see what the hell going on. And you just like, damn. You just shocked. Blank face. You understand? That's what it's talking about. It says that second death will have no power over you. Meaning you won't have to worry about that second death. But the other ones are. The other nations, they're going to have to worry about that. You understand? Keep going on that verse.
Okay. They shall be priests of the Most High and of Yahushua, and shall reign with them 1,000 years.
Right, and that's how you know the ones that's coming out after that 1,000 years is going to be after that reign of Christ, after that 1,000 years that Christ reigned with the 144 and the 1/3 to build the nation back up. After that, then will they be reborn back into the you know what I mean, the nation. You understand? Then shall all Israel be saved. And the Lord set it up to where every Israelite is going to be saved. That's why at the least you should be thankful that you're a black, Hispanic, and Native American, not hate yourself. You got a lot of people out here hating to be black. They hate the fact that they are black. You understand? It's insane to hate the fact that you're a black, Hispanic, or Native American when the Lord made you and chose you to be the greatest thing on the earth. You understand? Everybody wants to be black, Hispanic, and Native American, but here you are, don't want to be that. Because you got to go through a little bit of struggle in this kingdom. It ain't nothing to go to, and I'm not going to say it's not nothing because this struggle is hard, and it will defeat you at times. But if you telling me, and this is another problem that Christian churches done did to our people. Like if the Christian church was teaching this and teaching, yeah, we going through this, but we just need to serve the Lord and we will have everlasting rulership, then you would do it. But when you think that this is all that you got, this is the best that you can get, then why not steal? Why not kill? Why not sleep with whores? Why not smoke weed? I don't got nothing else better for me. Why not do it? You understand? But when you realize this, then you will realize, damn, I'm glad that I'm a black, Hispanic, and Native American. Because even if you're the 2/3, and like I said, hopefully through the Most High, we'll be able to plead with the Most High to save a little bit more. But it's written in the Bible, so it's going to happen. You understand? But we don't got the spirit of F the 2/3, let them die. No, you know what I mean? We're going to save as many people as we can because we love our people. But you got to understand that even them, after they perish, they going to come back after 1,000 years as an Israelite and have Israelite privilege. You know what I mean? They still going to be well off. They might not be no ruler. You know what I mean? Most likely they're not going to be a ruler. They're not going to be, you know what I mean, something great, but they will still have Israelite privilege and be well off. Make sure they taken care for, sold only the best things. You know, the law in Leviticus tell you only can sell your people the best things. So they ain't got to worry about getting no dead animal that been dead for a minute. You know what I mean? You sell the scraps to the other nations. But they still going to be able to get the best of the best. You know what I mean? They still going to be taken care of. Just because you was born an Israelite. The ones that hate their people now, that hate, you know, you got the Hispanics that hate niggas, the niggas that hate Hispanics. You're still going to be born and have Israelite privilege even though you hate your people. I mean, it's something great to be a Israelite, period. But you should try to strive to be the 144,000 or the 1/3. You should try to make your elect sure so you don't got to go through this second death. So you ain't got to worry about no damn nuclear warfare missiles raining down on your head and just utterly just destroying you worse than anything the white man ever did. Like you talk about the things that the white man did to us in slavery. You know what I mean? A horse ripping somebody apart and all. Yeah, it's graphic, it's gruesome, but it is nothing compared to what the Lord going to do to this earth when he come back. There's nothing compared to what Christ's going to do when he come back. It's nothing. You don't want to take part in that death. That's why you should come into the truth, strive to get your name. You know what I mean? If you're a brother, strive to move up and become an officer, teach. If you're a sister, do as much as you can. We got sisters in Atlanta and all over doing as much as they can to help the school. And that's a great thing. Making sure, they trying to make sure they elect is sure. They trying to make sure that they don't have to go through this. That's an amazing thing. The Lord sees it, man. You understand? That's what you should try. You should try to strive for and never drop your sword. Never be on the fence or just sitting there questioning. You don't know. You know what I mean? But that's damn near all. That's all the verses. Anybody got any questions or comments? Go ahead.
Now I understand why the I.S.U.P.K says the home of the truth, because I would have never got that breakdown from anywhere else, because before I came into the I.S.U.P.K, I would listen to the other Israelite groups, and they always condemn the 2/3 and never revealed this scripture that you just brought out, saying that the 2/3 will be regenerated back into the fold.
Right. Hey, look, the I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. If you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, you're not in the truth. If it's not from Commander General Yahanna and the I.S.U.P.K, I mean, I.S.U.P.K under Commander General Yahanna, Salakia, then you understand it's not of the Lord. It's not in the truth, man. And like you said, this is the only time, only place where you get this breakdown. Because just like young man said, and this is what I heard too. Every group will always condemn the 2/3. Oh, F you, you part of the 2/3. You not meant for the Lord, no way. You just gonna get killed. You're not supposed. That's the wrong spirit to have. Like, you wishing death on your people. You understand? That's why I knew this was an important topic to bring out, because you know what I mean. This could give people relief. Like I said, I want to emphasize you should strive so you don't have to take part in second death. But even the ones that do, they still will be brought back into the nation, so all Israel shall be saved. That's why I started off with Romans 11 and 26. And I asked the question, well, if this say all Israel shall be saved, then why is 2/3 going to die? Is it a contradiction? No. The 2/3 is going to be reincarnated after the 1,000-year rule, after Christ's return. You know what I mean? But the water for that, Most High in Christ, man. That's what the I.S.U.P.K is established for, and it's the home of the truth. You understand? Anybody else got any questions or comments? The water for that comment.
Slug you, sir.
Go ahead.
So if I may, if I can paint a picture of what I'm doing today, and if we put our mind in the mindset of now, the state that is, you know, the Most High came back right now, and the house shall crack the sky, and we go ahead and kill those people, the 1/3, or the 2/3, so the 1/3 lives, and we go on to get, you know, the 144 wake up, and we're in heaven, and we're in the rulership. So all the others that was killed, they will all be reborn, and at some point in time, during the rulership that we reign.
Yes, after the 1,000 years, you know what I mean? Like right now, like you just said, if the Christ cracked the sky now, you got the 144 and the 1/3 that's going to be taken up into the chariots, and then the 2/3 is going to die according to the Bible, not because we want them to, but it's according to the Bible. If it's written in the Bible, it's going to happen. You understand? And then after we come down and we establish the rulership again, because the world going to be destroyed, so we need to establish the kingdom, establish rulership. Once we come down, establish the rulership, establish the kingdom, the 144 and the 1/3, then after 1,000 years, which is not specifically talking about literal 1,000 years, it's just talking about a long period of time. So after that period of time is over, then the 2/3 will be regenerated or reincarnated into the earth. You understand? It might be your children's. You know what I mean? Children's. They're going to start being brought back into the earth.
Like young man said, I never had it broke down like that, so I got it. I understand. The water.
Yeah, you understand? So, yeah, that's exactly what it's talking about. Anybody else got any questions or comments? Nobody got any questions or comments on anything, today's topic, or something that you just read and you didn't understand quite much? Anything online? Any online questions? Go ahead.
I was trying to find the scripture, but this was I'm trying to find on my phone about what Christ was talking about, those that are now disposed. Is they talking about the same 2/3 you're talking about? I just think it's in John, but I can't find the scripture right now.
Here, let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah, this is what Christ was talking about, those that are not of this fold. So I think it got to be maybe Matthew. I heard somebody else try to use them when they're talking about the Gentiles, but I know that's not what they're talking about.
Let me see. I think I found it. I think I know what you're talking about. It's definitely not talking about Gentiles, but I'm pretty sure I know what it's talking about, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to look it up, but I'll probably have to get back to you on that. I'm not 100% sure on that. Like I said, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure. And if I ain't 100% sure, I ain't going to teach it. So I'm going to definitely get back to you with it. I think it's John 10 and 16.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's either Matthew or John, one or two, one of them.
Yeah, I think it's in John. It says, and other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice. And they shall be one fold and one shepherd. Now, I'm pretty sure I know what this is talking about.
I see y'all later. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what this is talking about, but I'm going to just be 100% sure. I just have to double check, but I'm pretty sure I know what this is talking about. I think it's talking about, you know what I mean, like you said, the Gentiles, but it's talking about like the northern tribe. But I'm gonna go ahead and double check on that, and then I'll get back to you. But I think it is talking about the northern tribe.
Come.
Anybody else got any questions or comments before I go ahead and close the class out? Going once, going twice. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the live video. Y'all bashim yashakata, y'all shmal ta bashim, y'all shout out to the sisters. Go ahead and close on.